Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling,
BoxingVoice.com.
every day I'm hustling.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? When I was hitting him with body punching, I heard him, actually he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on?
BoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time. Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and taking those punches.
Beyonce Productions.
Making women's gestures like,
Let's go, champ.
It's the champ. Shannon the champ. With the fake champ. Vitaly Vladimir Klitschko.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'ma treat him like he's a C-plus fighter. I'ma dominate, I'ma dog this fight.
I'm talking about punishment. We're gonna punish you for 12 rounds. Either the referee says you had enough, or you can say you had enough, or you can stay your ass there all night until you ain't had enough.
I feel I'm the best in the sport, and to be the best, you got to beat the best. And all I did was beat opponents. I worked my way from the bottom to the top. I won a title by beating top competition and top fighters. This guy was hands title, paper champion.
Do you feel that you're the best super middleweight right now?
100%. Let's go, champ.
He can bring the pressure. He can box. I'm a true champion. I'm willing to go to his turf in Atlantic City. I'ma step on him. I'ma crush him. Y'all can mark my word to this. I'ma crush him. He's a C-plus fighter. I'm an A-plus fighter. Come Saturday night next week, all the fans tune in because I'ma dominate. This guy is flat footy, swing wild. I'm not worried about who his trainer is because his trainer can't get in there and fight for him.
Beyonce Productions.
BoxingVoice.com. BoxingVoice.com.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another morning edition with the Boxing Voice Radio. Hopefully you're on your way to your job. You got to your job. You're at the water cooler. You're tuning in. We rocking out. Ness in the morning. Dumatron activated. What's really good? Buenos dias, senor.
Buenos dias, Skip.
The best part of breaking up.
It's TBV in your cup. And looks like somebody split. Mandatory in play. Errol Spence. Let's get into the meat and bones of this, Ness. What's going on?
So, what's up? What's up? Buenos dias, everyone.
And it's he's splitting with Top Rank. Is this something that
he split with Top Rank already? But you're saying he. Inform the people of who you speak of.
Well, I'm gonna give it my best shot. I try and I try.
Kudratillo Abdukakorov. I think that's it.
You actually got it pretty good. Kudratillo Abdukakorov.
Oh, so not Spanish. I can't call him Quadratilo. Quadratillo.
You put the Italian pep on it.
Or Spanish, right? Like I double L is Illo, right? So it's like
that's a letter in itself, the double L in Spanish language.
Quadratillo.
Kudratillo.
Oh, Kudratillo Abdukakorov.
Become Uzbekistanian. Kudratillo Abdukakorov.
I mean, you never know. His trainer is Spanish, Armando Venezuela, so he might have given him that first name to sound Spanish.
Now, if I don't know this guy, how could you bring me in to know this guy? I mean, who's he fought?
No. We know this guy. This guy beat.
No, I know him.
He beat up Luis Collazo.
That's right.
But we're talking Errol Spence is mandatory, and I quote, right? Where's this quote? He says, I'm excited to sign with Sampson, Lewkowicz, and Sampson Boxing, said Abdukakorov. I've been the mandatory for Errol Spence for the past 19 months. I want to fight the best, and I'm working with Sampson and the PBC. I will get the shots I've been waiting for. So, 19 months, wow. I wonder
how long
why
does Dillian White have?
Yo, why is Dillian White the poster boy for like not getting your title shot now? Everybody thinks of Dillian. Dillian, you know, you got to do your own history, man. Your own facts on that, because Dillian says it would have been shout out to the real Tank. Yeah, how do I reply? Let me give him some love here. Bam, there you go. You a pro, champ. So, yeah, I lost my train of thought because that was a Border Wars fighter coming through on a bat watch, letting me know he just finished a workout. You know, we linked together on the Apple Watch, and I got to keep the motivation going, you know.
That's right. That's what the community does, man. Yeah, push each other.
The real Tank is a chubby heavyweight, and he's trying to get down to 250 for this fight, and he out there working. My man just burnt 512 calories. That's a lot. But anyway, back to it.
Yeah, back to it. I mean, 19 months?
Yeah, 19 months. But he's a welterweight, obviously. He's undefeated. He's the IBF #1 welterweight. So he's the WBO 13, and he's Ring Magazine #8 welterweight contender. Now, not
top 10 across the board?
I mean, not across the board, because, you know, you would have to pay for every sanctioning body if you want to be ranked in all of them. But, you know, nevertheless, top 10 in a few sanctioning bodies. I'll pull up the boxingvoice.com/rankings to see what's the most updated rankings in the 147-pound division. Kudratillo is on the ring at #8. In the WBO, he is at 13. IBF, he is #1. He's not in the BC. Actually, he's #8 in the BC. So all but the WBA. So you are correct in saying he's top 10 across the board, damn near. Now, I don't get why he couldn't get the fight with Earl being with Top Rank. Like, he split with Top Rank. So let me find that quote for you.
And Earl doesn't have any type of franchise belt or anything like that either, no?
No.
All right, just want to be sure of that, because you know, the reason that we've been, you know, hearing as of late is you know, guys are able to go past their mandos and into, you know, more lucrative fights. So I figured I'd ask, 'cause I didn't remember, but.
For Kudratillo, I think this is a fantastic move. He signed a multi-year promotional contract with Sampson. Sampson is a guy that not only found Manny Pacquiao, but Sergio Martinez, Javier Fortuna, David Benavidez. You know, the list of names that he has goes on. And he's able to get his fighters on Dazn, on Top Rank, and on PBC fights. So this is a good move. I'm sure, based off what they want, the manager wants to get one and then go straight into that Errol Spence fight, you know. But here goes what I was looking for. So Abdukakhorov was scheduled to face Russia's Sergey Lipinets for the interim world championship last year, and we all know that our good friend from Canada eventually got that shot. And all this is because of COVID, you know. What was supposed to be couldn't really happen for certain guys being from different parts of the country. So for Abdukakorov, he never got that fight. It couldn't materialize because of visa difficulties and the ongoing pandemic. So Top Rank and him amicably parted ways recently. But there is rumor on Twitter that Top Rank cut him, right? Whether you choose to believe that source or not is up to you. Did he want to be cut? I don't know. Why would they want to cut him when he was the interim or the number one? Like, it would have been a good fight for Crawford, at least, undefeated welterweight. Like, where do they go with Crawford? I mean, I ain't going to say a good fight because I'm sure we would have ragged on it. Him coming out of nowhere, especially being ranked 13 in the WBO. But, I mean, it's a welterweight nonetheless, and why would they let him go? But, I don't know. It's pretty... Why do you think Top Rank let him go? They're saying they were released amicably, like they came to an agreement. They parted ways, but obviously there's rumors that maybe he was cut. Now he isn't the biggest puncher, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Top Rank said, "Hey, 17-0, only 9 KOs." I
don't want to know.
He is the WBC silver champion, by the way.
A silver champ. Well, we know now from the sit down lesson with Mr. Mauricio Suleiman what that means. So it's all good, but I don't want to start to think that I know what's going on financially on the Top Rank side. But like, what other reasons do you let a guy go besides maybe you not believing in your investment? Are there budget cuts going on? Is there monies maybe invested in some of their other prime fighters? Could be a multitude of reasons, really, but I mean, the kid's been winning, so as far as fighting, I really don't know why they would let him go, but for obvious reasons, maybe Top Rank just had to make a cut, and or maybe Sampson was in there and maybe presented an offer, and you just don't know why things happen, but It could be a couple of reasons, man. I see him as a fighter that is exciting, high output. Marketing purposes, man, is always the thing. Can I market this guy? Can we get him on the camera? Is he gonna sell tickets? Is he gonna sell the crowd? And I don't know if Top Rank even got to that level with him where they could go ahead and see what numbers he could move. So that's all I can really say about it, right?
Basically.
Because I mean, as a fighter, I mean, what do you think? I mean, what do we got here? We got a guy who's undefeated, 9 KOs. I don't know anybody on this resume except Collazo. Obviously, he's fought on the other side of the world for the most part of his career. So, the only guy I do know is Luis Collazo. So, I didn't see the development happen in the States yet for me to anchor myself to one point or another, but it could be budget cuts, it could be so many things. But is he not? Do I see a future for him with Sampson? Yeah, of course. Does he get that Mando-ness? I don't know if that's something that Earl might be interested in, unless he's just trying to maybe appease the sanctioning bodies and maybe he just wants to take a Mando real quick. In weight of any other big fights. The scheduling is sometimes hard with these guys. You just don't know what's going on under the table in negotiations.
Well, I got some more quotes from the manager, Vikram, who says, Sampson can provide us with more opportunities to have more fights and work with the PBC. That's where all the welterweight champs are. I've known Sampson for years, and he is a great person and has a great reputation, and he keeps his word. So they seem like they chose to leave Top Rank based on the lack of welterweights with Top Rank or welterweight champions with Top Rank. Because based on the quote, while, again, the Twitterverse may be saying that they were cut, they seem happy to be going somewhere where they can deal with the welterweights over at PBC, and we all know Sampson has that relationship.
Say what?
So it's because of that wall that stands between Top Rank and PBC, huh?
I mean, a possibility, right? I mean, we really don't know how they feel personally, but it seems like the writing's on the wall.
Well, man, look, a boxer needs to stay active, and he needs to be in a place where he can, show his talent and I obviously, be able to pick good fights, good opponents, and when your stable's not popping, or there's not enough in your weight class, you end up waiting a lot, for fights to happen, and there's nothing more detrimental to a fighter than just sitting on the sidelines. So, these moves got to be made, man. And Sampson's a hell of a manager, so I see his.
Go ahead. You see what? I'm sorry.
No, I see his career. Not standing still. No standstill. Stale.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's gonna get. I agree. I think he's gonna get some
good fights, or maybe some guys, because you know what it is. He's fought so many guys I don't know. I need to see him in there with more guys that I do know in order for his name to start popping out. I mean, it's just not popping out enough. And him being with Luis Collazo was something that put him on a map, for the American people. And with all this COVID stuff going on, I mean, I don't know if he's living out here or whatnot, but
sorry, bro.
No, it's cool, man. It's a tight situation for a lot of the fighters, Eastern European fighters that actually live out there, and it would be nice to know if he's actually, staying down here and willing to commit.
No. He's here. He trains in Santa Fe Springs, California, under the tutelage of Armando Venezuela. So, no, he's definitely here.
He's here, okay.
And he's dedicating his life to the sport. And Sampson Lewkowicz is going to keep him active the way that you suggested. He says that he plans to give up Abdukakorov one stay busy fight, and then go straight into the Spence fight. Now, if Spence declines that bout, they'll do an interim championship. Now, I never heard of that. I'm shocked that Lewkowicz would be quoted saying if Spence declines it, because, I mean, don't you just...
So what, he gives up the belt?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Don't you just go to purse bid if he declines it and you force your mandatory? Like, I don't know what he means, but it sounds like they're not truly in a rush to go in this Earl. They've been on the shelf. They'd rather get a little active. That being said, I think we could see the possibility of Abdukakorov and Jaron Ennis. Now, that would mean that Lewkowicz and Cameron Duncan from One Promotions would have to deal with each other. And it would also mean Abdukakorov is going to be looking back. As good as we think Jaron is, he's not the number one. He's not the mandatory. He's not in line. He's not getting an interim shot. So Kudratillo will be giving Jaron a shot. So Showtime, Espinoza, and Cameron would have to pay for that shot. So up to Lewkowicz if he feels like, should we get a stay busy and wait for the big fight with Earl, which is a big fight, but technically it's not because you're the mandatory, so you get a mandatory split of like 25%? Or do we go ahead and try to negotiate with this up-and-coming prospect who needs a name and see can we get a little more money for this fight and roll the dice? If you beat him, you're still the mandatory and your name is bigger.
I'm going to have to go with those options, bro.